Alright, so today, Friday, we're going to be working on this Lexus ES 350. Very clean, 2016. We're going to do a little bit of interior work to it. We're going to go ahead and, there's a panel here that's got a little hole there. It's got some wear, some cracks. The dye is a little worn off the seat there and up here. So we're going to go ahead and freshen everything up because it's a pretty fresh looking car all the way around. So some stuff on the back seat there, we're going to get that looking better. Yeah, so we're going to freshen up all these seats, get some of these spots out of here. Looks like someone tried to dye this before, and from what the guy told me is they use actual car paint, not like a leather dye. So I don't know if you can see the discrepancies in there with that, but we're gonna have to clean that off. And yeah, so we're gonna get going with this. Stay tuned. All right, so I filled this little, there's a hole there, I don't know if you can see that. So I filled it. We're gonna start doing our thing here. Apply some heat, get it hot. This is not a perforated seat, it's just a straight leather panel, so it ain't gonna look bad. We're gonna press it. Run it out a little bit. There's a little minor tear there. Okay. Alright, so we got this patched up, got texture on it. We're gonna dye that. There are some regular wear in this leather here. It's just cracks. Not really cracks, but wrinkles, I guess, is a better term for that. What I have right here is a leather soft fill. This is going to be an air dry product. It'll cure right on the leather. And you'll notice as I'm putting it on there, it's filling up these lines. Those lines are your general wear that happens over time. It's common. It's not ugly, but a lot of places they don't want that. They want you to have a fresh looking seat when you drive away. It's a good repair. It lasts a long time. You know, we dye it, we seal it in. We're going to move the seat back a little bit. You can see a little bit better what's going on there. You see all the white lines. Those are the leather folds that are getting filled up with the soft stuff here. And then any of these worn down looking areas, this will actually help the dye adhere to it better, so it'll grab it a little bit better. And this is what I do sometimes. It's pretty flat back here. There's a couple little lines here. We're gonna have to take care of those. If you got anything too full, just run your hand across it. It doesn't dry immediately, and it's also sandable. So once it does dry, if you feel that you put some on too high and you can feel it or whatever, you can always sand it down, make it flat again. If you look here on this seat, it is worn out, so we're gonna use the same stuff, and we're gonna fill that in, and it'll make it look better once it's dyed. Because I don't know if you can see the color discrepancy. Like, that's a light gray and that's dark, like blue black almost. The discrepancy is the wear pattern, where it's worn out. The original factory stuff has been just worn out over time. So if you tried to dye that right now, you would be able to see it. It wouldn't grab. It would dye differently than the rest of the leather. All right, so that's not real bad wear pattern there. I'm not going to really worry about that. I've gotten everything I really wanted to get covered. It's on its way to drying out pretty good. I am going to take a 320 grit sandpaper, which is pretty fine. You can go finer if you want. You can go rougher if you want, depending on what kind of repair you're doing. You may want to go rougher. But basically we're just going to run it over smooth everything out. Any hard lines that might have been there. You know, all the little cracks are filled with the product, so anything that's above the cracks, we're just going to even it out. That way when we dye it, it won't stick out. You know, like right here, you can see the outline. We're going to sand that, and when we dye it, you won't see that outline. So that's what we're doing. Stay tuned. Alright, so I've sanded this down. I am going to get ready to dye it, and I'm going to dye the rest of the seats. I'm going to prep those up. I'm going to wipe them down with a little lacquer thinner, and then I'm going to get to going, and I'll check back in as soon as I'm done with all that. Here, one more thing. Just remember that there's stuff back here that we're going to take care of also. So I don't know if you see that real good, but hopefully you do, because meta glasses, right? Alright, peace. Alright, so we're all done with this Lexus here at Imperial Motors today. You know, we got everything all fresh and clean. I don't know if you guys remember those stains that were right up in here. You had a bunch of stains going on, they're gone. We freshened up the whole entire seats, dyed all of them. You know, you can see how it smoothed it out there. The repair started to kind of react, so we had to do what we could with it to close the hole. And you know, really it's okay. It's basically looks like wear lines from the leather when you sit in it. We did the whole panels, we did the passenger seat. There were some stains in here. That's what a dye guy's hands look like when he's all done and said. There were stains over on this side too. Looks real good. We're not done. We're gonna shine everything. I cleaned up any overspray that I could see. This had stains all over it. It was bad. Oh, I missed the spot. I'll get that when we're done here. But yeah, so we're doing that. Next step is gonna be, we're just gonna get some shine all over it, make it look good. And thanks for tuning in. I almost forgot. We did shine that out. You know, we added a clear coat to it so it's not all dry looking and it's nice and shiny and poppy. There you go.